Good morning, my dear children. My name is R. Sudarshan. I am going to teach computer science to you. Everyone take your book, open chapter number 1. Students, this is your first chapter, the computer system. Okay. If you have your computer book, just take your computer book and follow what I teach. If you don't have your computer book, no issues, just follow this video, that is much more enough. Beyond that, I will send this PDF to your WhatsApp group also, just download that also. Okay, if possible, you follow the PDF file after completing this class. Okay. Now we will get into the topic. Computer system. Introduction. This is the basic diagram of a computer. Everyone knows that very well, right? Okay, this is a basic diagram of a computer. This is how a computer will be. In your home also, if you have desktop, it will be similar only, right? Laptop means it will be like this. Desktop means it will be like this. Okay. Let us recall what we studied in the earlier class. Okay, let us recall whatever we studied in your earlier class, maybe 3rd standard. Okay, a computer is a machine. It is a special machine that can perform several functions. You know, basically computer, it is just a machine. Okay, this is a computer, it is just a machine, right? Okay, it is a machine. What that machine can do, it can perform variety of tasks. It can perform several tasks. For example, it can perform mathematical calculation. It can play some video. You can play games using computer. You can do graphics in computer. Like that, you can do many things. Okay, so it is a machine which can do several functions. Okay, computer perform their functions in 3 steps. Means the computer works using 3 steps. What are those steps? Input, process and output. The computer works in which way? It works in 3 ways. What are those? Input, process and output. That is what we are going to see today. Okay. Input. A computer can perform several functions. As I told before, that is the same thing. It can perform many functions. Therefore, every time you want a computer to perform a task, you have to instruct the computer what to do. We know very well computer will do all the work. But will it do by itself? No. We have to instruct to the computer. Only then, in according to our instruction, the computer will work. Yeah, obviously that is correct, right? Okay. For example, if you want this computer to do some addition calculation, so what input you should give? You should give numbers and you should give the plus symbol. You should give numbers. Only then it will do the addition calculation for you. Okay. So these numbers and these plus symbols, this equal symbol, who are giving this? We are giving that. So we are giving input to the computer. According to our input, it is doing some process. It is doing some process and giving out the output. That's all. Okay. So if you are using a computer, for example, if you want to use a computer, you should give some input to the computer. According to your input, the computer will do some process inside and it will show you the output in the monitor. Okay. That's all. So computer works in what are the process? Input, process and output. That's it. Okay. The required information or data and instruction about what to do are the input to a computer. Obviously, what task you want the computer to do? For example, as I told before, if you want the computer to do addition, you are giving some input. If you want the computer to play some video, you will click here, you will open the movie, you will double click it. Those are inputs. Using your mouse, what you will do? Mouse is an input device, right? Using mouse, what you will do? You will click on a particular file. You will go to the particular movie or video, whatever you wanted to play, and you will double click it. All those process are what process? Input process. Okay, that is what they have explained here. Okay, these are fed into the computer using input devices. Okay, you are giving input to a computer. How you will give? With the help of keyboard. Keyboard is an input device. Okay. With the help of mouse. Mouse is an input device. You are moving the mouse, so the cursor moves. You are instructing the computer to move this pointer from one place to another. You are moving the mouse, so the cursor moves. You are clicking on some particular folder, the folder opens. You are clicking again, it minimizes. So you are giving some input with the help of this mouse, so the computer works. If you are typing something, it is displayed there. You are giving some input and the computer works. Okay. Okay, so keyboard is a input device, mouse is a input device. Okay. Okay, see, the keyboard and mouse are more important input device. That is what they have explained. See, the keyboard and mouse are more important input device. Okay. Okay, so you know what is a computer, you know what is input. Okay. Okay, process, we know input, then what the computer will do, it will do some process. That is explained down. Process, the process that the computer does on the input data goes on in the main part of the computer called central processing unit. In your computer, if you have computer in your home, and even in this computer, and even the picture on computer is shown in this computer, in all these computer, you have something called CPU, central processing unit. Okay, CPU, this is CPU, see this big one, see there they have written, you see CPU, central processing unit. What is the work of this unit? It processes the data, whatever the instruction you are giving through the input device. This is input device. If you are, whatever the instruction you are giving through the input device, these input are processed in the CPU. Understood? You are giving input in this input devices, so it is processed in the CPU. What is the expansion of CPU? Central processing unit. In the name itself, it is described as central processing unit. So it processes the data. That's it. That's it. Okay. Okay. So now you know input, you know process. Now output. The result generated by the computer is the output. That is obvious. The result that is generated by the computer is output. It can be obtained on output device such as monitor and printer. Yeah, that's what I told you before itself. No, you are giving some input using this keyboard and mouse, which are input devices. Okay, those inputs are processed in this CPU, central processing unit, and finally the processed result should display somewhere. No, that display is called that's monitor, output device. Monitor is the output device, we know very well, right? Okay, so how the computer works? You are giving some input to the computer, so the computer processes those input and it shows in the output device. That's all. So monitor is an output device. For example, not monitor is alone output device, speaker is also an output device. How speaker is output device? You are asking the computer to play some music, so the music is played with the help of speaker. Okay, it gives some output, it gives sound, it gives some output, so it is an output device. Monitor is an output device. How it is output device? It displays some information, it shows us, it displays some information. That is an output device. See, this is a computer which displays some information, so this is an output device. Okay, and the speaker, it makes some sound, it is an output device. Okay, I hope you understand. Okay, we'll go for the next one. So you know very well what is input device, what is process, and what is output device. Okay. Okay, now we'll see input devices. Till now we saw how the computer works. The computer works with the help of input, process, and output. Now in today's class we'll see deeply about input devices. These three things we are going to see deeply. In today's class we are going to see more deeply about input device. Okay. Okay, input devices. A large number of input devices are available that can be used to enter information directly into the computer. Let us study the most commonly used input devices. There are many input devices, not only this keyboard and mouse. There are many input devices. Okay, even scanner is an input device. You might know about scanner. If you don't know, leave. That is also an input device. Joystick, while playing games you might have used it. Joystick, that is also input device. Digital camera, the camera is also a input device. Okay. Okay, we'll see few input devices. The keyboard has over 100 keys for typing in various data and instructions. We have already read about alphabet key. number key, space bar, shift key, caps lock key, etc. Now let us learn about few more keys on the keyboard. Keyboard is a main input device. We know that very well. This is a keyboard and it is a main input device. In keyboard, what are the keys are there? See, and let's take this keyboard as an example. What are the keys are there? Escape key. See, they have given escape key. Escape key. This key is often used to end the task that you are doing. What is the use of escape key actually? If you are watching a video, for example, only then we will understand clearly. If you are watching a video in a full screen, you want to come out of the screen. If you press escape key, it will come out of the screen. Okay, so that you can close it easily. So full screen will be reduced. That is one example. Escape key is just a small thing. It will escape from the current operation. For example, one more example we'll see. Using this mouse, I am just right clicking in somewhere. Okay, suddenly I am pressing this escape key. What happens? That dialog box disappears. One more time you see. I opened something, I pressed escape key, suddenly it disappears like this. It is used to escape from the current process. Okay, it's a simple thing, but it is a very important key. Next, tab key. The function of tab key varies with the software you are using. The function varies with the software you are using. In some software programs, the tab key is used to move the cursor to a particular position. For example, it is used to move the cursor to the next cell when typing in data in a tabular form. Okay, now go to MS Excel. This is just for an example. This is an Excel sheet. You know very well, right? This is a Microsoft Excel sheet. You might know. If you don't know, understand. This is an Excel sheet. Okay. See, now I am pressing tab. What happens? While I press tab, what happens? It moves from one cell to another, right? I am just pressing this tab button. The pointer moves from one cell to another. That is how that tab key works. Okay. It helps us to move the cursor to the particular position. For example, suddenly your mouse is not working. You want to work all the operations using this keyboard. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. For that, tab key helps a lot in role because it switches between each and every operations. Like mouse, it works. Okay. Next, control key. There are two control keys on the keyboard. These keys are used along with other keys for giving command. See, there are two control keys. This keyboard itself we will take for example. There are two control keys, this one and this one, in a keyboard. These keys are used along with other keys for giving command. Okay, control key. What is the help of this control key? Why it is there? Okay, control key. By pressing control key alone, you won't do anything. Normally, by pressing control key alone, you won't do anything. So you should give some command by pressing other keys also. With the help of control key, you should press other key. For example, you see control plus A. If I select control plus A, if I press, everything will be selected. If you are working in a file, I will show you an example. Only then you will understand. Wait. See, this is a Word file. Okay. Now what happens, you see, if I press control plus A, I am pressing control plus A, what happens? Whatever the data is written in this Word file, everything will be selected. So control plus A means select all, select everything what is there in the document. Okay, like that. Control plus Z means, you see, the last process what I did will be erased. Edit the last process, that is control Z. Edit the last process what is done. Okay. Control plus X, it will cut some particular word or particular sentence which you have written, which you have typed. Okay. Like this, control plays a major role. Control alone will not play a major role. Using this control, you should press some other keys which will do some operation. Understand? Okay, that's it. Next, alternate key, Alt key. There are two alt keys on the keyboard. These keys are used along with other keys to give command. Okay, alt key also is similar to control key. Alt key also, if you press just alt key alone, no use. You want to press some other key with that, only then it will do some operation. If you press alt and F4 simultaneously, then the computer will close the particular current file which you are in working. If I press this alt F4, no, this file will be closed. Alt plus F4 is used to close the file, like that. Okay, next, page up key. In word processing program, mostly they will relate with word processor only. There only you can understand everything. Word processor means that Microsoft Word. I opened, no, this one. This one. Okay. Page up key. In word processing program, this key is used to move the cursor up page by page. In this microprocessor Word, you could have typed, might have 10 pages used. You might have typed for 10 pages, 20 pages. If you want to go for the before page, or if you want to go for the next page, you should click on what? Page up and page down key. Okay, page up key will go for the upper pages, page down key will go for the down pages. Okay, that is how page up and page down key works. Okay, page up key, what it does, it will go upwards, each and every page upwards. Page down key, what it does, it will go each and every page downwards. That's it. Okay. Insert key. Normally when you type a character on an existing character, the new character is inserted to the left. The existing character is not erased. This is called insert mode. Okay, when you are in insert mode, for example, when you are using WordPad or Microsoft Word, when you are in insert mode, if you want to type some letter in between the word, for example, this is a word, computer is a word, in between if you want to type some letter, and if you type, what will happen? A new letter will be inserted there, but the existing letter will not be erased. This happens normally. Okay, the word will be same as it is, but a new letter what you insert will be inserted in between. Okay. If you press the insert key, now the next one, if you press the insert key, the computer goes into the overwrite mode. What mode? Overwrite mode. Now if you type a character or on an existing character, the old character will be erased and new character will appear. Now it will go to the insert overwrite mode. When you press the insert key, this is insert key in a keyboard. Okay, insert key, it will go to the overwrite mode. Means in between, for example, that same word you take in between the computer, if you want to type something in between, no, if you type something after pressing this insert mode, if you type some word letter in between, what happens? That will delete the existing letter. For example, near M if you write I, this is just for example, okay, near M if you write I, that will delete the existing letter. It will delete P and I will be displayed there. It will delete the P and I will be displayed there. Okay, that happens while you press the insert key. But normally what will happen? If you don't press insert key, and normally if you work, what will happen? I will be inserted in between M and P. Okay, that's it. That is the use of insert key. Next key, home key. A special key on the keyboard that moves the cursor to the beginning of the line or beginning of the screen depending on the software being used. The same Microsoft Word, you take example. For example, you typed documents for 10 page and you are in 10th page. Now you want to directly go for the first page. So obviously this is the home key. If you press home key, no, directly it will go for the first page. Next, end key. This key moves the cursor to the end of the line or end of the screen depending on the software use. The same way, end key will be below to the home key. So what the end key does, the same example you take. Say take Microsoft Word. In Microsoft Word you have typed 5 or 6 lines, you think. 5 or 6 lines you have typed. You are in first line. You are working in first line. You want to go for the end of the first line. So what happens? If you just click on this end key, no, it will go for the end of the first line. Now you are working in the second line. You are in second line beginning you are working, like that you think. In second line, in beginning you are typing, you are working something. Now you want to go for the end of the second line. So if you press end, no, it will go for the end of the second line. That's it. Okay. That is how end key works. Okay. function keys F1 to F12. Okay, these keys are arranged at the top of the keyboard and are numbered from F1 to F12. They are called function keys. These keys are used to give commands. They perform various functions depend on the software. Okay, we'll see about that. See, this is a keyboard and you have function keys F1, F2, F3 till F12 you have. Okay, F12. Each and every function key is gives some operation. If you press F1, it will give help. It will open the help tab. If you press F5, it will refresh the computer. Like that, each and every function key have different operation. That is what the use of function keys. Okay. Next, the mouse. Till now what we saw was everything about keyboard. Till now what we saw, all the key detail is about keyboard, input key. In input device, first keyboard. That is the main first important input device. So we saw everything about the keyboard device. Now second input device, mouse. Now we are going to see about the one more input device, that is mouse. Okay. It normally has 3 buttons. Mouse has 3 buttons. This is 1, this is 2 and this is 3. A left button, a right button. See, a left button, a right button and a small wheel called scroll wheel. Using this wheel you can scroll up and down. See what happens. Okay. As the mouse is moved on the pad, a small pointer called mouse pointer moves on the screen. See, when the mouse is moved, the pointer also moves. Okay, the mouse is used to control the position of the pointer. This mouse will control this position of the pointer. Okay, it is therefore called pointing device. This mouse is also called as pointing device. Clicking the mouse button on a program option selects the option on the screen. Clicking the mouse button on a particular program opens the particular file, opens the program. That is it. I told in input device I explained about mouse now. The same thing they have explained here. Okay. Next, joystick. Like the mouse, a joystick is also a pointing device. It is used to control the movement of the pointer on the screen. Yeah, it is also a pointing device. This is joystick. Everyone know very well. If you press the right button, the particular character will move right. If you press left button, a particular character will move left. But mostly joystick is used for games only now. So you know very well. If you press this right button in the game, if the particular character will move right side. If you press back button, it will go back side. If you press down, it will sit down. If you press up, it will jump like that. We used to see right. The same thing only. Okay. Next, light pen. See, this is light pen. Using this light pen, what you can do, you can select the particular application or particular in a monitor. You can select the particular place where you want to do some changes. If you have light pen, you can type on this and you can change this number. If you have light pen, you can close directly by clicking this close button. You can close this. By clicking on this close button, you can close. You can by clicking on this minimize button, you can minimize. Okay, that is how light pen is used. So that is also an input device, which is also called as pointing device. All these are what I am explaining now is input device. I explained keyboard, input device, mouse, input device, joystick, input device. Okay, it gives some input to the computer. By the way, the computer operates. How the operation happens, that is what we are seeing now. Okay, light pen, that is an input device. How the operation happens, if you click on particular thing, that operation is performed. If you click on minimize button, it will minimize it. Click on close button, it will close. If you draw something, it will draw like that. Okay. Next, graphic tablet. Graphic tablet is also input device. Okay, by seeing this diagram you may not understand clearly. Go to this diagram. Okay, see this diagram. This is a graphic tablet. Okay. Using this graphic tablet, it is also input device. How it works? If you draw something using this, it should, if there is a graphic tablet, you will have some pencil or pen like thing. Okay, using that, if you draw something, it will display the image. Okay, that's it. That is how graphic tablet works. Okay. Graphic tablet, see, they have explained here. Graphic tablet consists of a tablet and a pen. Using the pen, you can draw something and it will be displayed on the monitor screen. So this graphic tablet is also a input device. Okay, that's it. Okay, we'll go for the next one. Scanner. A scanner is an input device that makes a digital copy of any picture or text on a paper into in the computer. Okay, the scanned data can be displayed and stored on the computer. For example, you can copy your photograph with the scanner and save it in the computer. Scanner, most few might have know how the scanner works. Nothing, it is very easy. If you have some hard copy and if you want to make it as a soft copy and you want to save in the computer, no issues. You take if you write something, just this is for example, okay, you write something in a paper. If you have scanner in your home, else if you know how the scanner works, if someone knows how the scanner works, you ask them, they will say, you can write something and you can keep in this place, and you can close and scan using the computer. So what the scanner will do now, it will scan every data which you have written in the paper, and the same paper like structure, the same exact same thing what you have in that paper will be converted into an image, and that image can be stored in this computer. Okay, that is how scanner works. Okay, if you have scanner in your home, just work and see. If you don't have, just leave. Don't disturb your parents. If you see scanner somewhere and if someone knows about the scanner, you just ask them. Okay, else you can browse YouTube videos when you are free, and you can know how these all these input devices works. Okay, only when you are free. Don't use unnecessary. Okay, good students now. Okay, digital camera. A digital camera takes still pictures and movies. It saves these pictures in a small memory device. You know how digital camera works, obviously. Using this camera you can take pictures, and how the pictures will be stored, it will be stored inside the camera itself. Where it will be stored? In a small memory device. Inside the camera you have something called memory device. There all the pictures will be stored. These pictures and videos can be input to a computer by plugging the camera to the computer. A special type of digital camera is a web camera or webcam. It is small camera attached to the computer. Many laptops and computer have built-in camera webcam. They are mostly used for video chatting. See the small camera in this computer that acts as a web camera. Okay, see this is a laptop, this is a computer. In this computer the small camera act as a web camera. Okay, this is also input device. How this is an input device? Because it will gather the information. It will scan our images like scanner. It is also like scanner. It will scan our images, it will grasp our image and it will display it. It will display using the output screen. So how this camera works, it will scan whatever displayed in front of us. If we show our face, it will scan our face. It will, if you show a doll, it will scan that doll. The same cell phone camera. Using cell phone camera, what you will do, you will take some picture now. So that is an input device. How it is an input device? Because you are showing on some particular picture. For example, take this mouse. Using this video camera, I am showing on this particular picture and particular item. So it scans this item and displays to me. So that scanning process is done now using this camera. So it is also an input device. Okay, that's it. Next, finally, microphone, last input device. By explaining this, I will end this class. Next class we'll see the next topic. Okay, microphone. A microphone is used to record sound of all kinds, including voice and music. It is also used to input command by voice. In a number of devices, especially smartphones, one can give a command by speaking into the phone. Most laptops now have microphones built into them. Microphone is also an input device. The mic we have in our in functions we use mic, right? In school also we have, but in functions we use mic, right? And for morning prayer in our school we have mic, right? Okay, those also input devices only. Okay, those also input devices only. Like that microphone in your cell phone, you have something called microphone. That is also input device because it grasps your voice. Because it grasps your voice and sends to the other one. While talking phone, no, you are speaking something, no, other can hear that voice, whatever you are speaking, right? How it works? Because you are speaking something, but how your speech is recognized, the microphone will grasp all the voice what you speak and it will send to the other end of the speaker. So there the speaker will understand through with the help of the speaker. there is something called microphone and there is something called speaker in a cell phone. Okay, while you speak, the microphone will observe it. While someone want to hear that, the speaker will display everything. It will play everything. Okay, not display, it will play everything. The microphone will grasp whatever you speak, and the speaker will play everything. So microphone is grasping your voice now. So that is a input device, right? It is grasping your input, right? So it is an input device, right? So that is how microphone is an input device. But speaker is an output device because it plays the voice whatever we speak. So don't confuse with microphone and speaker. Microphone is an input device because it grasps whatever we speak, and speaker is an output device. It plays what we spoke. Okay, that is the difference. Don't confuse with microphone and speaker. Okay, that's it, student. That's it. By this, today's class is over. Okay. What you are supposed to do? Just go through whatever we learned in today's class. Okay. Okay. I hope you understood all the topics. Okay, no issues. Go through the book once. Okay, and whatever the homework is given, just kindly do the homework. And if you beyond that, if you have any doubt, you can text me or you can call me. Okay, at any time. You can WhatsApp me at any time. Okay, no issues. Take care. Have a nice day. Bye.